Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can see by the title, I'm going to be making a few creamy concoctions, and they're basically by scratch. Upon watching other people do their own little creations or try other creations and stuff, I kind of made up my own, and I wanted to see how low I can get in the calories, because I've been seeing calories from 150 to like 300 for a pint. And I think I can go lower than that. So here we are. Here's all the stuff I need. Also, sorry if my face is like drooping on this side. I just got back from a refilling from the dentist and it's very numb right now. It feels so weird to smile, but let's get on with it. I wrote down all my concoctions because I can't remember a single thing. I'm going to be making a mocha coffee, peaches and cream, and then a mint cookies and cream protein. Now, I don't eat protein whatsoever, so I don't know what I'm doing. So we're gonna see how this goes. So I think first I want to do the peaches and cream first, just because it seems like the easiest, quickest one. And that is going to be the lowest calorie one. And the calories from the ingredients are between 20 and 40 calories, depending on how much milk you put into it. The only reason they're so low in calories is because I only fill it halfway up to the top because I don't eat that much, and I know people fill it all the way to the max. I do it half, so I guess really I could do mine at 40 to 80 calories basically. Let's start with the peaches and cream. So if you want to go by my ingredients, all you really need is peach flavoring. I got the Da Vinci sugar-free peach syrup, my favorite, so good. Oat milk or almond milk, or mix them both. I usually do the oat milk because it's creamier, and I got the Modern Pantry brand. It's 20 calories per cup for this one, unsweetened, and Almond Breeze unsweetened is 30 calories per cup. I only have the Magic Baker Splenda sweetener. It's okay. I wouldn't really recommend it for drinks because you have to use a lot, but it's there. It's decent. It's all I had. And then you definitely need some xanthan gum for thickening it. And then your good old fashioned vanilla extract. I use the imitation vanilla because I am extremely poor. So what I did for my ingredients is 1 cup of oat milk or almond milk, which is about 240 grams. I would recommend starting with the liquids and then putting in the powders, because if you start with the powders, they're gonna stick to the bottom when you put the liquids in. It's gonna be harder to mix up. So for all of these ingredients, you really want a mixer slash frother. I have the 2-in-1 frother with the little whisk at the end. You can just pop one off, pop one on. Very convenient. I love it so much, and it's rechargeable rather than using batteries, so that's great. And then obviously your measuring cups, and I just grabbed everything I could find. So first thing is a cup of oat milk or almond milk. I normally do a half cup and then put all the ingredients in and then freeze it and then put another half cup on top or so, because you're gonna need to save some for later. Your creamy will be very powdery the first time. Shake it up real good. Well, I use a half cup plus another fourth, and then I use the other fourth for later. In. 4th cup in. And I know that doesn't look very high. It's gonna be about up to the half max full, but when you freeze it and then you blend it, it's gonna fluff up a little bit. And I don't really eat that much to begin with, and I hate putting it back in the freezer and then taking it out again another day. I don't hate it, but it's just like when I could be making other things. And then I put 2 tablespoons of peach flavoring, and honestly, I don't know if it's really 2 tablespoons. I just kind of assume, and I really like the peachy flavor. I don't know what's too much, what's too little. This is a 2 tablespoon thing. Otherwise, just use 1 tablespoon twice, obviously. But you really want a peachy because it's peaches and cream. 1 little splash for good measure. It's 0 sugar. The next thing I put was 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Where are my teaspoons at? I don't have my teaspoons. All right, my teaspoon's being used, so I'm going to use this, which I think is a teaspoon. Vanilla extract, 2 teaspoons. Bam. No, I'll bet you this is gonna be amazing. Then I put 1 tablespoon of sweetener. I don't know, I kind of want more than 1 tablespoon. You want to sweeten it up more than you would think, because when it's frozen and then blended, it doesn't taste as sweet as it does, or if you were to just mix it now and like take a sip of it. 1 tablespoon in. That seems like a lot, but it's really not. Then I put 1/8 teaspoon of xanthan gum. The only reason I put 1/8 teaspoon of xanthan gum is because the tiniest little bit that you will use will thicken this up. like crazy. This right here is a 1/4 teaspoon, and look how tiny that thing is. You only need the slightest little dusting. Even the tiniest little dusting will go a long way once you blend it up. And that is all that you need for the mixing. So I do like to use the frother part, but I find the whisk a lot easier. It is done. It looks very creamy and very thick because of xanthan gum. It's extremely strong stuff. Oh my gosh, smells amazing. Okay, and then you always want to take a little taste test of it just to make sure it has like the right amount of flavor balances. I mean, if it's too sweet, that's actually very good because it's going to less sweeten when it freezes, if that makes sense. That's very good, very peachy and creamy. I think it just needs a slight bit more sweetener though, because it's not overly sweet for me. And it doesn't take much to be overly sweet for me. I like my chocolate very bitter. Perfect. Perfect. And then it'll get a little bit creamier when you put more oat milk in it after you freeze it and blend it. And then always want to label the tops, especially if you have more in the freezer. And I will tell you, you definitely want to buy more of these because normally it just comes with 1 or 2 containers. And I have like 8 now because you never have enough. You really don't, I swear. So you always want to label it. Next up, I think I want to do the Mocha one. This is, I put around 30 to 40 calories. This time I think I'm going to do almond milk with it. I feel like mochas taste better with almond milk, right? I don't know, we'll find out. We're literally finding out together. First ingredient I put was 1 cup of oat milk or almond milk. Remember to start with 3/4 cup first, then freeze it, then add more. Alright, and then I put 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract again. I'm just gonna eyeball it this time. A pinch of salt, a tiny bit. 2 tablespoons of sweetener. My cat and dog are like killing each other down there. 1, 2, half a tablespoon of cocoa powder. I feel like I should put a full tablespoon. Because this right here is just a teaspoon. No, I'm gonna put 2 teaspoons. 1/8 of xanthan gum. And then I put 1 to 2 tablespoons of instant coffee, by preference basically. I like my coffee a little more on the bitter side. Not bitter, but stronger side. So I'm personally gonna do like 1.5. I got my hot water. Here's a little espresso shot right in. This is gonna be good and I'm very excited about it. That is it. Let's mix her up. Oh, this smells like it's gonna be my favorite one. Oof. Then you wanna take a little taste test. Definitely needs more sweetener. Maybe I put too much coffee in that. And this is why you always want to taste them before you put them in the freezer. Oh, that's gonna be amazing. Oh my gosh, I want this one right now. Package it up, label it, freezer up. Last, I am going to do the mint cookies and cream with the protein shake. So I have my mint, protein, vanilla, sweetener, the tiniest bit of xanthan, and a little bit of salt. So again, liquids first, always. I think I'm going to do oat milk for this one. I don't know, cookies and cream, it sounds like it should be almond milk, but I really want to try it with a little oat flavor to it instead. 3/4 cup of milk, bloop, bloop. 2 teaspoons vanilla, bloop. 1 teaspoon of mint. I really don't know how much it is, but this mint is so intense that I really don't want to put too much. So I'm going to put the slightest couple drops of it. Honestly, probably not even a teaspoon, probably like 1/4 of a teaspoon. It is so intense. You probably can't tell, but it's already greening it up from that little tiny bit, and you can smell it. I use Loran flavor fountain mint chocolate. Then I put 2 tablespoons of sweetener. This one I feel like you're gonna really want it to be sweet. A pinch of salt, a dash. And last but not least, I put 2 tablespoons of cookies and cream protein powder. This is 55 calories per 2 tablespoons. And I'm gonna put in 1 tablespoon because it's so tiny that I feel like that's all that it needs. And I used my tablespoons. It smells so good. And then give her a mix. It is dark. Smells minty, smells cookies and creamy. It looks very thick and creamy. I feel like this one will mix up very well. Now to taste test it first. Oh, I think that one's good. I don't think that one needs any changing. All right, so now to label this, put these all in the freezer and try them tomorrow. I'm so excited. I was too excited that I didn't want to wait, and I made some other ones yesterday. They're all different flavors, and I really want to try them out with you today. So I think I'm gonna do that, but if this video got too long, I might try them in another video. So we'll find out. Either way, I'm gonna film them today. Here are all my concoctions with their labels. Cafe Mocha, mint cookies and cream protein is what it says. Peaches and cream, so what they look like. I'm gonna put them in the freezer. I don't know what you're gonna find in here, but probably not gonna look great. So I have my other ones already frozen here. Shh. I have orange cream, which I'm gonna try today, apple pie, and what I'm most excited about is the virgin pina colada. Down here, I have chocolate peanut banana with oat milk, cherry limeade, and it's an alcoholic one, which I'm not drinking for a while, so it's gonna be a minute till I try that one. Let's change them out. Nasty little bananas. I don't know what I thought I was gonna do with those. And see you tomorrow. Or in a few hours. Alright, pardon my disgusting kitchen, but I am about to creamy these, and I figured I'd do it on video so you can see the way I do it. They recommend you leave it sitting out for 10 to 15, maybe 20 minutes to thaw out a little bit so it's not too rough on your creamy blade, or run very warm water around the outside for 30 seconds, which I did. Maybe microwave it for 30 seconds, which I did. And then there was a big bump in the middle of this one, so I just kind of scraped it down when you take it out of the microwave, because you want to make sure it's a flat surface, otherwise it's going to ruin your creamy in the long run. Here's my creamy. I have the standard creamy. There's a deluxe one, which I really want because that one does more things like slushies and frozen drinks, which is mainly what I do. So you just pop it in here, place this on here. The blade's already at the top, and it's gonna like push it down, blend it up, pull it back out, and clip it in until you hear a click. Slide it in like that, and then you turn it until it latches up, and then it clicks. Turn it on. I like to use light ice cream. It just makes it smoother, in my opinion. So you do this, and be warned, it's very loud. So I'll spare you the loudness of mine. Click this, and here you go. So far it looks like this. The consistency seems okay right now. It's more of a frappe consistency, so you want to smooth it out. I'm going to put a little bit more oat milk in it to give it more of the creamy texture. Looks a little better. And then I did the same thing with the apple pie one, and I put a little bit of oat milk in it. This one smells so good. And then remember when I said earlier about how it gets crumbly and weird and like kind of powdery? So what you want to do is you want to stir it up, and some people put it back in for a respin and it turns out fine, but something tells me this one's not going to turn out very wet because it's powdery all the way through. So I might have to put a little bit of oat milk to give it that like creamy texture. So I put the lightest splash of oat milk, and then we're going to put it back in and press respin. And voila, it's more of a sorbet type of situation. This one smells so good. Time to taste test them. Alright, so I am here with my partner in crime, and we are going to try the three that I showed you a minute ago. Apple pie, pina colada, orange creamsicle. What do you want to try first?
This one.
The creamsicle?
Mm-hmm.
Good, save the best for last, because honestly, I don't really have high hopes for that creamsicle one, I'm not gonna lie. That's chunky.
It's just very orangey.
Where's the cream? I put a lot of cream in there. And vanilla flavor. It's basically just orange. It tastes like orange gelatin. And it's not creamy. It's like icy. I blended this a few times. Okay, which one do you want to try next? Maybe I don't have high hopes for this one either. Oh, that looks processed.
I like this one better than the other.
Oh, At first it tastes like just cinnamon apple sauce, but then I feel like it does have that little pie aftertaste, and I think it's because the oat milk I put in it. I like it.
I could get down with that one.
It could be more pie-y though. Okay, I feel like this one's really gonna be my favorite.
Right.
This is the pina colada one. So this one's more of a sorbet. This one I have high hopes for. Okay, I like that one.
Yeah.
No?
I don't know. I love coconut. Wow. I mean, it's just super overpowering.
The coconut is? I knew it. cocoa. I put too much coconut. I think you would like the other ones that I did that are freezing right now more. Would you want to try them with me sometime, right? Mm-hmm. Well, you can't try one of them because one of them has coffee in it. Oh. But there you have it. Those are the ones I did. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Turn your post notifications on so you get notified every time. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.